Before we start today's subject, just a quick intro from Kinsey Tech. We want you to know that all the videos that we have on Python, the code that we use is downloadable. So if you go to kinseytech.com and then you can choose the courses, in this case, Python, or you could just go straight to kinseytech.com/course/Python. You'll find the chapters, you'll find the lessons. You can take the course, which is absolutely free. And then within each lesson, you can click on, you'll find a document where you can click and download it, and you'll find whether there is websites or links or any code segments, you can download them absolutely free. Enjoy the journey. Hello and welcome as we continue our journey into Python. Notice when we first installed Python. So we have the entire environment, the whole setup, all the libraries installed, and then we installed a code editor. Do I have to have a code editor? Or is installing Python enough? So let's kind of dissect that and dig into it a little bit and also see the value of code editors and are they required or are they an option? So now let's go ahead and run any simple line of code. Which is an app, which is what we created. And basically it's saying this is where the Python executable file is. This is where the engine behind running all of our code is. It's installed in the C drive. And in there, it's executing, it's running, and when this program is running, it's running this file that's located in this directory. So this is where our app.py file is. So now let's go ahead and just copy this command as is and bypass our code editor and go straight into DOS, our CMD command, and just paste it. And you can see once we copied and pasted the executable and said, go ahead, Python, run the code on this file. It ran it and gave us the output is John. Similarly, we can go to this file and change it and then run the command again and see what happens. So let's just go to this folder, which is in C, users, project 3, and let's just open it with Notepad. And now let's just go ahead and change this from John to Michael. Save it. Close it out. So now if we run the program, it's supposed to print out Michael instead of John. And sure enough, it did. So what that proves is that we do not need a code editor necessarily, but rather we already have Python installed. We already have that executable. We can call on the executable and say, hey, here's my Python file, go ahead and run it. So why then do we need a code editor? Or why then do we use a code editor? The reason being are all the features of how it makes things easier. And all the suggestions that are in there. So the more we're going to work with the code editor, so we have in this case PyCharm, you're going to find how it makes your life much easier as a developer, how it organizes your code, how you're going to have some syntax fixes, and it's just a much easier way. But in some cases, I know some people that have years of experience that will just go into Notepad or Edit Plus and make their code changes and just log out of it. So it's a matter of preference, but code editors generally are what makes our life much easier. Best of luck in our journey. Thank you. Thank you for joining us in today's session. We hope that you enjoyed it. And we'd like to invite you to a lot of our free sessions. Simply visit our website at kinseytech.com/events. Thank you again.